No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 336. Saturday, the 29th of February 2000, Mets 7:43 p.m., Dixie 4:43 a.m. Being an ASIO agent, Clive Voss knew he had the ability to scramble local, province, and national law enforcement along with Air Force, Naval, and Coast Guard units, an ability that, if used unwisely, would, at best, truncate any chance of any advancement within the ASIO, and at worst lead not only to his termination as an ASIO agent, but could quite possibly lead to criminal charges being filed against him. He'd been favorably impressed when he'd met Lala Truganini nearly a decade ago in Gudna when the fresh from the academy police officer had shared with Voss her concerns about the arrest of Stafford Graham for murder, a murder of which he was subsequently convicted and recently found not guilty upon appeal. In the intervening years since the Graham case, they had subsequently touched base or consulted with one another on multiple occasions, and experience had shown Voss that she was thorough, detail-oriented, and relentless in her pursuit of truth. Given their history and the evidence Truganini had supplied, Voss did the only thing an agent in his position could do. He scrambled the necessary government agencies to find, monitor, and board the Lady Penryn, regardless of the possible consequences he would face should his intel prove incorrect. Under Voss's order, the Air Force would perform high-altitude flyovers for observation and had helicopters on standby to intercept the ship after the Brentse's chartered fishing boat, whose name was unknown, had come alongside the Lady Penryn. Brent boarded her, and Billy Seaver boarded the fishing boat. Upon the return of the fishing boat to Bishop Island, where Maxima, Minima, and Billy Seaver would step foot on Australian soil, the trio were to be arrested while the Coast Guard's HMAS Rover stopped and boarded the Lady Penryn and arrested Brentse. That was the plan's outline, and very early in the morning, the working parts methodically began to be moved along the chessboard, the law enforcement pieces aware that the game was underway, while those serving the Brentse's interests on board the Lady Penryn were following the outline and timeline Max had provided, and which he, along with his spouse and progeny, would likewise be implementing come sunrise. The simple and easy-to-perform high-altitude flyovers began without fear of alerting the prey that they were being watched. Air Force jets began photographing the Lady Penryn just after midnight, and by dawn the ship's course was shown to correspond with an intercept in the Coral Sea a score of nautical miles east of Morton Island. Due to depart from Fisherman's Island Wirere fishing charter at 5:30, Brent Brentse had climbed behind the wheel of the 1999 BMW M5 that Max had rented, while his father sat in the front passenger seat and Minima sat in the back. "Jesus," Brent said as he started the car. "Early or what?" "For real," Max asked his son. "You're complaining because it's too early to be free? What the hell is wrong with you?" "Max," Minima hissed from the backseat. "Tone it down. He's right. It is early. And Brent, for real, focus on what's important here, like getting us there safe, sound, and on time. Capiche?" Yeah, Brent said, shaking his head. Sorry. Nerves are getting to me. Once we rendezvous with the Penryn, I'm on board, and the two of you are on your way to Indonesia. I'll be back in the Grove. Let's get on that charter, meet the Penryn, and get safe and clear of all things Australia. My head's in the game, just gotta clear some of the clutter."